Hey guys, how's it going? Onage here. Welcome to a new Assetto Corsa video where we are again going to drive with the Oculus Rift. It has been quite a long while since I last did a session with the Oculus Rift and recorded it. Reason for that is that I couldn't get Assetto Corsa to work with the Oculus Rift after a couple of updates. But I tested it today and it worked again. I've done some laps already. That's why there's a little bit of a red-ish spot on my nose. I've driven so much already, and within the Rift itself it gets a little bit on your nose, a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, which is why there's a little bit of a red-ish spot. Anyway, enough talking. I would like to jump into the game. We're going to drive the 2014 GP2 car made by Formula Corsa, and I've already driven it a little bit, and it's a complete blast to drive it. A complete blast to drive it. It's really nice, and everything just looks so surreal, really. Anyway, enough talking. Let's put this thing on, and I'll do some further explanation from there onwards. Okay, so here we are then, inside the cockpit. Welcome to the cockpit. And one thing which I noticed straight away is that you're sitting really low, and it gives a great sensational speed later on as you're so close to the ground. Actually, when you look at this, I'm just wondering how in God's name I am able to fit in this car. But obviously you have to bear in mind that you're pretty much just laying down. And I cannot see the pedals though, down there. It's like a little black hole in there, so somewhere around there should be the pedals. And also while turning you can see the wheel is kind of in your field of view. But in my opinion it makes it all incredibly awesome. It really is surreal. I think this is actually the right position, because when you look to the right and left you can see that you're just surrounded by the cockpit, and gives an amazing feeling, really. Anyway, let's go out on the track. I'm gonna start off slowly and then later on push a little bit more and progress through the pace, really, after we have done a couple of laps. So let's get out there. Make sure the mouse is not in the way. There we are. And let's get out on track. So the previous time I did an Oculus Rift video on this channel was around this track as well, Spa Francorchamps, but then in the Lotus 98T. And what I remember from that in the Lotus 98T, every time you went through a rouge, you know, the feeling you got was amazing, but it was like you were lifted outside of your chair, I do not get that same feeling with this one. With this car, it's just an incredible sense of speed. The speeds are enormous and the grip levels are fantastic. The track condition is set to fast, so it's not the optimum grip, but it is yeah, fast, as I said. I think the time is 11 PM. Or 11 AM, sorry, 11 AM, so 11 o'clock in the morning, and it is so surreal when you look into the apexes of the corners. I'm a little bit used to it now, but my first reaction was amazing. I was a bit screaming because it is so cool. So as I said, doing a few slow laps here, getting everything up to temperature, and then pick up the pace. But this is just, when you approach a corner, it is so cool. You look into the apex, and you, sometimes you look exactly through the gap, which is right there when you see the wheel and you see the nose of the car. Like in between there's a little bit of a gap. You use that gap usually to look into the corners. It's just amazing. And I always, especially around this bus stop here, because there's a little bit of an elevation change, in this left-hander I have to, you know, I tend to do this. Just try to look over the cockpit. It's like I'm really in that cockpit. It's fantastic. You know, when I approach a corner, I tend to, you know, put my head up a little bit higher to look what's exactly around me, and it is fantastic. It is so cool. And everything passes by you at a very quick rate. This is very cool. So a little bit about the mod then. This mod is developed by Formula Corsa, based on the 2014 GP2 series. So it's not F1, we have 6 gears, not 8 gears like F1 has. And we have a V8 engine and not the V6 engine F1 uses. All in all, this makes a great driving experience. And alongside the downforce you also get it, yeah, it is just fantastic to drive, and a lot of fun as well. Anyway, we're going to push a little bit when we cross the start-finish line. I feel like I'm up to temperature myself now as well, after I've done a little bit of explanation too. And you know, you obviously have a lot of people who are questioning what it feels like when you drive it, but it is so hard to explain as well. Especially with a car like this, where you're sitting so low to the ground and everything, you know, you're just surrounded by the cockpit. It just, I guess it feels like real. I've never driven a open wheeler cockpit, don't get me wrong, but I do get the feeling that this is what it, you know, what it looks like. And in terms of resolution, yes, it's not the best. It certainly isn't. But I feel like it's good enough. I can look into the distance quite well. Of course, it's very hard to read anything into the distance, but still, the experience itself makes up for it. As I clip the curb in a rouge there, I almost lost it. So you turn into a corner, there's so much grip. What I think is a shame with the Oculus Rift and the Assetto Corsa is that Assetto Corsa isn't really optimized for the Oculus Rift. It hasn't been since it was introduced, and it has never been. The menu is the same as you see it on your monitor, and when you have an Oculus Rift, it needs to be converted into basically 2 screens, and your brain converts it into one image, because what I'm seeing right now as well is 2 screens. There's 1 screen per eye. Your brain converts it into one image, just like, you know, you have 2 eyes and your brain converts it into one image as well. But Assetto Corsa's menu is it's like your main monitor, so I can see the left hand side of the monitor of the screen with one eye and the right hand side of the screen with the other eye. I think this might not really be a problem, but it actually is, because you're constantly blinking. If you want to see the left part of the screen, you do not need your right eye, because when you open up your right eye, you see the right part of the screen as well, so it messes up. It's a little bit tough, and also you cannot change the setup or anything like that. And I do think that is a shame, because the rear end is so loose on this car, especially your corner entry. I would like to change that, but I cannot. Or I cannot, yeah, do that. 2:05. Into La Source. This is quite tight, that corner. Tighter than you think, and you only realize it when you're going on the power. Okay, here we go. A rouge flat out. You saw that when we went up the hill. My head went a little bit like that. It is it is all instinctive as well. That's the best thing about it. The mirrors are crystal clear. You can really see nicely in them. So when you're driving online, you need to pay attention to your mirrors. That's no problem. Into the hairpin, brake light. A bit of oversteer on the entry of the hairpin. Oh, that's also an interesting point. When you correct the car, now when you have just a standard 2D monitor, you correct the car. It seems quite easy to correct the car, but with an Oculus Rift and you try to correct the car, basically your whole body moves, and thanks to that your head moves around as well. So it's a little bit hectic when you try to correct or make a quick correction, and it's much harder than when you have a standard 2D screen. That's what I noticed, at least. Like that. That was great timing. But usually you're, you know, with the movements you make with your body, your head moves around a little bit as well. Sometimes quite hard to keep track of the road in front of you. This is very slippery always. The exit of the last stop chicane went quite well there. 2:02. It is a very nice mod as well. The mod drives really well. The force feedback is quite good. What is this straight called? I think it is Camel Straight. 287 kilometers an hour. Slow the car down, bring it in here. I have to say that when I was driving the old Lotus car, which actually got viewed quite well, so I'm happy that you guys enjoyed that. It's getting quite a few views. But I guess the Oculus Rift is quite popular, so that explains it. With that car you really had to work very hard. This is a different story. You turn into a corner, downforce is there. Don't get me wrong, it is still quite hard work, but the Lotus with the big turbo was just a bit more difficult to drive. Need to be quite careful on the power. I have all assists disabled, so sometimes on corner exits, especially like second, third, fourth gear corners, even the exit of Wuhan is a little bit slippery. Shimon then, full throttle obviously, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to do this. Hard on the brakes there, that was right on the limit I think. Too much over that curve there. Still need to get a little bit of a feeling for it. That's another 2:02. I remember doing a 2:01 quite easily on this track a little hour ago or so, but I had the track grip at optimal and now I have it on fast, so it does make quite a bit of a difference. And again, you see me lifting my head as we are up the hill. Now, you can also sit like this, but you will not see a crap. I cannot see the road at the moment. So you really need to bring your head up. It is so nice to actually do that. So instinctive too. I cannot get the front end to turn in through that corner. Again, 2 gears down. Bit deep into this hairpin. Rear end wants to step out. Heading down into this left-hander now. Clip the curb, get on the power. And then up to Wuhan. Flick it in. Oh, a bit of understeer there. Got over the curb. Have to correct it quickly. Down to 3rd gear again. This exit is very slippery. Pay attention. Do not get on the power too soon. As you saw there. where Red stepped out. This exit is also very slippery. This one is full throttle then. A little bit of a rest here. That was nice, carrying a lot of speed into there. See, that's right where it stops out. That's a 2 minute 41. Yeah, to 1.9. Again into La Source. Get on the power. Slowly, now I'm flat out. I'm flat out once I shift up, so the whole second gear I build up the throttle. But definitely not flat out, otherwise I'll spin out the car. Up the hill again. I thought I saw a helicopter there. Maybe it was a bird, I don't know. Probably was nothing. And look at this. Everything passes by you so quickly as you brake down then. Very hard. Nicely over the curb there. Oh, yeah. That's the spin. Whee! Got on the curb, clip the curb. That's something you don't want to do. Look at the tire marks here as well on the track. Very nice to see that. Spin it round. There we go. I will also do a dizzy test, and that's usually what I do, because I usually get motion sickness quite quickly actually. Also when I am driving in a car, which I don't control myself, so I'm the passenger, I can get quite ill. And I also make a few make a few donuts at the end of this video, and then see how ill I can get without actually vomiting, obviously. And usually when you do it, your head gets a little bit dizzy. So as I said, I couldn't change the setup. I have no idea how much fuel I'm carrying. It should be somewhere on the 160 liters. Ah, that's why Wuhan is so slow. Oh, and I have fuel and tire wear disabled, I think. Ah, right. So we have a lot of fuel on board. It's a big shame that you cannot change that, or maybe I'm wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, you cannot change that, I think. Let's do another lap here. With lower fuel, I would certainly be a few seconds faster, but it's the way it is. Ah, too deep. I would like to push a little bit. See what I can do. What is behind me? Nothing. Now I understand why I got some understeer on the entry of Wuhan. To go all the way down to 4th gear, but it makes sense when you look how much fuel we're having. Not a bad lap, apart from the mistake in last source. Oop. sometimes stunned myself by how much grip this car has. Turn into a corner and you realize you turned in a bit too early, just like there, because the grip is there. That went pretty well, I think. So if you have any other suggestions what I should do in Assetto Corsa, as we had a big cut there, so I'm gonna abandon this lap. If you have any other suggestions what I could do in Assetto Corsa with a mod or something like that, a track, let me know. I was having my doubts whether I should go around Spa again, because, you know, I did Spa previous time as well. But I had to look at the other tracks and I was like, you know, Spa is, you know, is the cream on the, oh, you know what I mean. It's just special. I had a thought about going on Monza, but then I was like, well, Spa is really nice, especially in a car like this. But I am sure there are some other awesome car combinations as well. I had a thought about going on Monza, Monaco, sorry. I actually tried this car in Monaco, but I think the Monaco version I was using was quite old. I don't know whether it got updated, but the bumps and the force feedback, because of the bumps, were going crazy, and it was a little bit too much for me. It didn't look right and it didn't feel right, so this on the other hand feels much more like it. I'm gonna do one more lap and then I'm going to end it here. I think that's been long enough already. So what is my best time? Can I see it on the wheel? No, don't think so. It was like a 0.1, 1.7, something like that. Here we go. Messed it up already. Well, we'll keep on going. Messed it up. Messed it up. Yep, completely messed it up. Okay, one more lap. I cannot resist it. Starting to get some lag. Okay, it's gone. I think it's gone. What I'm trying to do for this video is convert the recording footage into one image. Because with the Oculus Rift and recording the Oculus Rift, you get two separate images, and that's because, you know, in the Rift itself there are also like two different screens, one for your left eye, one for your right eye. But there's a fantastic piece of software where you convert it into one image. I'll try to do that. I'm not sure if I am able to do that, but we'll try it. This is really the final lap I'm going to give myself. Here we go. Bus stop chicane and get on the power. There, lost a bit of time. Bye. Messed it up badly. That was good. Yeah, that's the lap gone. That's the shape, completely out of shape on the exit there. And compromised my line through that quick right hand. I don't know the name of that corner actually. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, don't forget the dizzy test, of course. I'm gonna complete this lap. I expect it will be a 2 minute point 3, well, 0.4 with this mistake added. Let's see if I'm right. 3. Oh, 3 dead. Not too bad then. And that's it. Wow, look at this. Just fantastic surroundings here in the Ardennes forests. Oh, I'm still in gear. Wow, look at that. This is like, where's the camera, man? There is always some kind of shot here from television. There has to be usually a camera over there, I think. Where's that one? Is that a camera? No, it's not. No. I think there's usually a camera there looking down on the straight here, and it looks identical to what you see on television. It's fantastic with these laser scan tracks as well from Assetto Corsa. Off in the distance there you can see Eau Rouge too. It's just fantastic, really. Okay, let's do a few donuts. See whether I get dizzy. So the trick is to keep looking straight, and then, because I don't notice anything now, well, okay, I do a bit, but then when you look down soon, like about now, oh wow, yes, this passes the dizzy test. Wow, I'm getting really dizzy. Look down, oh wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm still gonna do a few laps because this is just incredibly awesome. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, I would appreciate a like. Please make sure to leave a suggestion. I guess a car track combination, which I, can test next time. Look at this in the mirror. Wow, that shows really nicely how steep Eau Rouge is. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.